Hello everybody, my name is Will and welcome back to Sprocket. Today we're going to be building a tank under a bit of a theme, but not necessarily a strict rule. So I wanted to build a tank which was kind of early war but had an autocannon, because we've done autocannons before, but they tend to be more Cold War era kind of autocannons, so the kind of 30mm thing you would expect to see on like a Bradley or a BMP or Warrior, I guess. But is that really an autocannon at that point? It just fires once every like 10 years. Regardless of all that, if you are a War Thunder player and you're looking for an example of this, tell me, has this ever happened to you? You've just picked up War Thunder for the first time. You're playing your first tank ground realistic battle. You're in maybe a Crusader or an A13. Maybe you're in a Stuart, or maybe even a Lee. You're in Russia, you're in a BT5, you're in your BT7. Any of those, even Italy with the M1342 or whatever it's called. You turn a corner, you're enjoying your time, maybe you've got a kill or two, mostly you're just taking in the scenery at this point, but all of a sudden you hear this hellish rattle, just da-da-da-da-da-da, and you're dead, because it was a Panzer II. It's always a Panzer II, or even worse, Gepard anti-air. You know what I mean. If you've played War Thunder at low tier, I guarantee you, if you've played realistic battles, you know what I mean when I say that. We're going to be building one of those. And so I am suddenly expecting viewer retention to drop off at this point, because you've all had such bad memories of being killed by these things. And now I'm building one. So I promise, please don't click away. It'll be fun, I guess. Don't click away, because if you do click away, I'll be sad. Anyway, geometric internals. That's going to be coming soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Maybe. These things could get delayed again, which is a shame. But realistically, it's one guy developing this game. You gotta have some sympathy. I do understand the frustration that everybody's going through, including myself. I want to play around with it too. But we gotta consider one man making all of this. So, Hamish, if you're watching this, I don't blame you. Okay, I don't blame you. Don't worry about it. Take your time. Make sure it's good. But anyway, speaking of geometric internals, something that kept happening when I was building this was when I was making adjustments, I would just decide, like, the hull's just too short. It's got to be taller. And so I'd have to drag the entire thing up, and it would move all of my parts, and they would keep floating. And I would have to go in, reposition them. But if I didn't turn off part repositioning with rescaling, then they would glitch out, and they would clip inside the hull, they would change angle, they would go absolutely crazy. They would clip inside of each other. It was just not a good time. So I had to go in, turn off part repositioning, blah blah blah. And I've seen on the development media that is changing. You'll be able to change the angle of a surface, and attached parts will like try and match the angle of the surface. I imagine that might have some teething problems, and it might take a little bit to get used to exactly how that works, but I honestly, that is the best thing. That is just great. I have needed that this whole time. It has been a source of constant frustrations, and it's finally getting fixed, and that brings me untold joys. In the meanwhile, do you have any ideas for tanks? Because you can tell I'm running out, because now I'm going back and I'm doing weird things, like 20mm armed light tanks from early war. Who wants to watch that? I don't know, you, I guess. If you do have any suggestions, there will hopefully be a working link to my Discord in the description below. If it does work. I've been told by some it doesn't, but apparently it seems to work for me, so hopefully there's a working link to that. There is a suggestions channel in there. You can leave them in there. Alternatively, you can leave your suggestions in the comment section below, both of which I will read all of, sometimes to my great behest. Anyway, building segment almost done. We're going to go shoot some things with this autocannon now, and hopefully bring untold death upon the world. Isn't that fun? Okay, and here we have our little autocannon light tank kind of thing. We have a 20mm autocannon up here, which fires pretty quickly. Not crazy quickly, but pretty quickly. And as you can tell, it doesn't fit. So in order to get a autocannon working in this game, you got to go into your files and you've got to change up the area allocated to your gunner to be greater than the traditional maximum of 1. So on this, they're taking up 6.0 of the internal space. So you can see, if you took 5 off this, it would actually fit. And if we just pretend that it's an autocannon and you don't need 6 meters squared of space, cubed of space for your gunner to load that thing, then it would work, and therefore it's perfectly legal. So we're gonna go see if this can take on some of the earlier levels, and I don't really know if we're gonna be able to upgrade this thing very much, but we'll give it a try if it does well. And we start here at Ambush, where the action is always instantaneous. And those are, oh god, those are Hennemores. Those have quite a lot of armor, actually, for an interwar tank, which means we're not going to be able to go through the front of them, which probably means, realistically, we're going to lose. Oh no, there goes one of my transmissions. Oh, no, yeah, no. Yeah, we only have 40mm of penetration, so if it comes to Hennemores, we're not going through, unless... Okay, we've traded off some of our internal space and gun depression to get 5 more millimeters of penetration out of this thing, so now we can go through 45mm of armor. However, we're fighting light tractors, so these are... these aren't really gonna do anything in terms of blocking our shots. They are taking quite a number of shots to take down, but as you can see, a little bit easier than the Hennemores, and that leaves us with just that French anti-tank thing, which genuinely I don't know if we're going to be able to go through. The AI is starting to open up. You can see all of the shots bouncing off the front of that thing. Obviously, we're going to have the best luck if we get to the side of this thing, but as you can see, we're not actually crazy quick, because despite the fact that we are light, the engine we could fit into this isn't very big, so... Oh, there we go. Okay, no problem going through the side, though. And that is a perfectly legitimate win. On to Junes! Okay, and here we are at Junes, and I just realized I forgot to load in the actual one, so we're going to be called autosave for the purposes of this... battle. It's, yeah, not the best name for a tank that I've ever come up with, I can't lie. You can already see my allies over there absolutely peppering what's on the horizon with shots. They haven't killed it, though, and there's only 5 of them, which does give me a little bit of concern as to what they are, though I think that is one of those French anti-tank things we fought in the last battle. So we know that we can go through the side of that armor. Can I make it over this dune and down the other side quick enough that we're not going to get blasted here? Or maybe, is he just going to provide us enough? I think that's enough side for us to get him here. I think that's his engine out. Yeah, alright, sure, I'll take that. Okay, the other ones are Hennemores, which isn't great, but I think at this angle we should be able to go through the side. We could, and that's another Hennemore, another anti-tank over that way. We've only lost 1 ally so far, which isn't too bad. Hi, buddy. There we go. Take him out, and I think I'm getting shot from somewhere. I'm not sure. I've not taken any damage, so we're going to carry on as if nothing happened. This guy has got to go because he is blocking quite a lot of our allies from progressing. And now we just got to find the last one, which on Junes can always be a little bit of a challenge. I've also just noticed that these hatches that you're meant to get in are just kind of floating off the surface of the hull slightly. I don't know how I didn't notice that while I was building this tank. I'll fix that. This poor anti-tank is being ganged up on. He's in there somewhere. You can see the wood from the back of his hull there, but for some reason my AI just aren't shooting him. I'm not really sure what's going on here, whether this is some kind of weird satanic ritual or what, but I'm just gonna get in here and put him out of his misery. That was really strange. Okay, next up is the early war scenarios, so we're going to be able to upgrade a little bit, and hopefully we can still do those. There we go. That's a little more normal looking. Okay, so here we are in the early war scenarios, and I want to start on Railroad rather than Silent Border so you can see the changes. As you can see, we no longer have the big antenna on top. We've got a radio box and a smaller antenna on the back, but we still quite clearly... Sorry, that was just bad driving on my behalf. We still quite clearly have the 20mm autocannon, which doesn't have a lot of pen. It still only has about 50 mil, but we should be quite a lot quicker now. Armor, just awful. Oh god, no! Don't do that. This is so dangerous. I just want to cross in front. Thank you. They're all trying to win a sniping match here, which is not going to happen with a 20mm. So we're going to have to push up. Yeah, I don't see us killing a man of war at long range. Never mind. They just killed a man of war at range. Ow! How did you do that? Can we kill one at close range? Hi, friend. We got a lot of 20mm where this one came from, and they're all for you. All of them. Does your engine deck? Yep, your engine deck will burn. I just need to go through your turret, maybe? Maybe? Yep, there we go. Okay. 3 more. Down there. Oh, no. Oh, they're those things. They're the impossible curvy boys. Oh, no. These guys just have no end of armor. They're just... Wow, sorry, my voice went. These guys are almost impossible to penetrate even with a normal gun sometimes. So, we're just going to have to hope that killing the engine deck is going to be sufficient here. I think the back of the turret is also kind of weak, but... I'm a little bit concerned, because if I drive in front of their cannons, that's game over for me. Oh no, I'm stuck on a tree. No, tree, free me. No. I think we've killed them both. There's one more over there. I don't know. He doesn't seem to know I'm here. But you know what? I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Burn, please, or something. Yep, there we go. He's burning. That was so messy. That's a win. That's a win, though. I'll take it. Okay, Silent Border. Can't see a thing, as per always. We're going to be able to kind of find where the anti-tank are with some ease, because, you know, we don't have to worry about missing and reloading for 10 seconds. We do have to worry about our allies not really knowing what to do versus when the Allen puts his head up. In fact, do we just go for it and just ignore the anti-tanks, maybe? Is that a way that this is going to work? There's him on the side. Oh, no, I don't think this is going to work. I don't feel quick enough for a second, except for some reason, that anti-tank gun never shot me. There's a shot from the left. Please, don't hit me, don't hit me. And then the Allen is going to crest this hill any second now. All we need to do is outrun his turret. And annoyingly, his turret's actually already this way. So we're going to turn and hope. Please. No. No, maybe, yes, okay, I think we're good. We're not, oh, okay, we will go through the side armor. I didn't expect that. Yeah, win. Okay, and just for fun, who would win? 12 of these things, or 12 of my, like, M22 airdropped light tank thing. So, America versus Japan, tiny, silly little light tanks. Who will win? I feel like we got a good chance, but the front of that thing's armor is quite angled, and I think it's about 30mm thick, so we can go through, but it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Okay, enemy tank up ahead, and as you can see, can go through, not everywhere, so there is a little bit of challenge involved in this one. It's not just going to be a walk in the park. Okay, hi buddies, there's a lot of them. You there. There we go. Come on, that's gonna do the job. Hello there, down there. I've exploded. I don't know what those decals on the back of the turret that I haven't loaded in are. Probably numbers or something. But, yeah, those aren't... those aren't working. Oh, well. It's just got a couple cogs on the back. That's fine. I don't know why I say cogs. It's sprockets, clearly. Oh, there goes my commander. No. We're not doing very well here. They're really stealthy. I have no idea where they are. That was a cool jump right there. There's just this rhythmic beat of my allies firing their autocannons over and over again behind me. You there. Stop what you are doing. Please submit. You must not progress any further. There we go. How are there still 6 of them? Those guys look like they're alive and stuck. There's a bit of a pile of them, so they might prove a little bit of a threat, but at the same time, we've got an autocannon. So we can mow down a couple of them at the same time. Why not? Hello? Any survivors? You look alive. Please stop being. Yep, there we go. Okay, he was alive. 2 more. I think I see one there. You look very much capable of hurting me. But I will just do that, okay? They don't seem to be aiming at me. Like, this guy's just kind of chilling with this. He's fine. Well, he's not fine. He was already dead. So that would explain why he wasn't aiming. Who's even left alive? There's just one of them. Someone, somewhere, is still going. And I think you just moved your gun, giving yourself away. You could have hidden right there if you just stayed still for a little longer. So therefore, we can determine that a 20mm autocannon is always better than a 45mm gun, right? Always. Universally. Well, if you enjoyed this one, please leave a like, comment, and or subscribe. And I will see you in the future for more stuff like this. But for now, goodbye! And as always, a huge thanks to this channel's patrons: Ambroise, Camgem135, Cody N, DJ Pizza, Gavoon, Gamasso929, Sad Cat, Jack Not Angra, Jessica Casualty 601, Last Edge 11, Mildly Invested, Nicholas K, Relax Panda, Rolfersbocken, Ryan Brody, Terrier, the Kinesian Emperor, Werfsickle, Zerashime, and Zeit Wolverine. So many new names this time. I got so. Ah, that was hard.